Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I have a truly heartwarming story for you, a tale that reminds us that true strength comes from within. It's a story about a little hero with a big heart, and I think you're going to love it. So, grab a comfy seat, maybe a warm drink, and let's dive into the world of a quiet village and its bravest resident. In this peaceful village, nestled among rolling hills and whispering streams, lived a small orange cat named Milo. Now, when I say small, I mean he was the runt of the litter, the tiniest cat you ever did see. He had bright, curious green eyes and a coat the color of a sunset. But despite his small frame, Milo possessed something immense, a heart brimming with courage. The other cats in the village, the big, sleek tabbies and the fluffy, proud Persians, often looked down on him. Milo is too small to do anything important, they'd say with a flick of their tails. He can't hunt big mice or climb the tallest fences. What good is a cat so tiny? They would boast about their own strength and agility while Milo would quietly watch, never letting their words diminish the fire in his spirit. He knew, deep down, that size wasn't everything. He spent his days exploring the hidden corners of the village, chasing butterflies in the meadows, and practicing his pounces on fallen leaves, always honing the skills he had. One evening, the sky turned a dark, angry shade of gray. A fierce storm rolled in, and a powerful wind began to howl through the village streets. It rattled windows, shook the trees, and sent loose leaves dancing in chaotic spirals. The cats all scurried for shelter, their fur on end. Amid the roar of the wind, a desperate, piercing cry echoed from near the riverbank. The sound was faint but filled with panic. It was a kitten. A tiny, fluffy kitten had been playing near the ancient oak tree by the river when the storm hit. Frightened by a sudden gust, it had scrambled up the trunk and was now stranded on a high, precarious branch, too terrified to move. All the big, strong cats of the village gathered at the base of the old oak. They looked up, their eyes wide with concern. The tree was swaying violently in the wind, its branches groaning under the strain. The kitten's cries grew louder with each gust. "Someone has to get up there," a calico cat exclaimed. But as they looked at the thin, thrashing branches, fear crept into their hearts. "The wind is too strong," a big tomcat muttered, shaking his head. "The branches are too thin. It's too dangerous. We could fall." One by one, they backed away, their bravery washed away by the storm. They were big, yes, but their courage had failed them. The kitten seemed doomed, its small voice nearly lost in the gale. But then, a small figure pushed through the crowd of anxious cats. It was Milo. He stood before them, his small body tense, but his eyes determined. "I will help," he announced, his voice clear and steady despite the roaring wind. A hush fell over the other cats. They stared at him in disbelief. Milo, the smallest cat in the village, how could he possibly succeed where they, the big and strong, had given up? "You're too small, Milo," one cat called out. "You'll be blown away," another warned. But Milo ignored their doubts. He looked up at the trembling branch where the kitten clung, and he knew he had to try. He wasn't thinking about being small, he was only thinking about the scared little life that needed saving. Taking a deep, steadying breath, Milo approached the trunk of the mighty oak. He dug his claws into the bark and began to climb. The wind pushed against him, trying to tear him from the tree. The branches creaked and groaned beneath his tiny paws, threatening to snap at any moment. The other cats watched from below, their skepticism turning to awe. Every inch Milo climbed was a battle against the storm. He was so light that a particularly strong gust nearly ripped him from his hold, but he clung on with all his might, his focus unwavering. He didn't look down, he only looked up, his eyes fixed on the frightened kitten. Step by painstaking step, he ascended, a tiny beacon of orange against the dark, churning sky. He was a picture of pure determination. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Milo reached the branch where the kitten was huddled. The poor little thing was shivering, its eyes squeezed shut in terror. Milo crept closer, his movements slow and gentle so as not to startle it. "Don't be scared," Milo whispered softly, his voice a calm reassurance in the middle of the storm's chaos. "I'm here to help you." The kitten opened its eyes and saw Milo's kind face. Seeing another cat, even a small one, gave it a sliver of hope. Milo carefully nudged the kitten, guiding it to turn around. "Just follow me," he said, "one step at a time. I won't let you fall." He began the slow, treacherous descent, leading the way. He would place his paws securely, then wait for the kitten to follow, shielding it from the wind with his own body whenever a strong gust hit. Down, down, down they went, branch by branch, until their paws finally touched the soft, damp earth. They were safe. The moment Milo and the kitten landed, a loud cheer erupted from the assembled cats. They rushed forward, nuzzling Milo and the rescued kitten with relief and admiration. The big tomcat, who had been the first to declare it dangerous, looked at Milo with newfound respect. "You were incredibly brave, Milo," he said, his voice full of sincerity. The other cats all agreed. They no longer saw a small, insignificant cat. They saw a hero. They saw that the courage he possessed was far greater than any of their physical strength. They had been stopped by fear, but Milo had been driven by heart. From that day forward, no one ever called Milo too small again. He became known throughout the village as Milo the Brave, a living testament to the truth that courage isn't measured by size. It's measured by the strength of your spirit and the willingness to act when others are in need. Milo, the tiny orange cat, had taught them all the most important lesson of all. And that's the story of Milo the Brave. It just goes to show you, it doesn't matter who you are or what others think you can or can't do. What truly matters is the courage you have inside. I hope this story inspired you as much as it inspired me. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more heartwarming tales. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. What did you think of Milo's bravery? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.